All right, students, I am continuing with the topic of table. In continuation with the last lecture, I was discussing the attributes of table. Attributes of table tag, right? Now, attributes of table tag are, first is BG color. BG color stands for background color. The background color of the table. The background color of the table. When I'll be using this BG color attribute in the body tag, it will specify the background color of the web page. But when I am using this BG color attribute inside the table tag, it will specify the background color of the table. Am I clear up till here? The next attribute is the background attribute. The background attribute of table tag is used to insert any image in the background of the table. You can insert any image in the background of the table. Clear? Again, this attribute is also available in the body tag, but when you will be using this attribute inside the body tag, it will be inserting image in the background of the table. Am I clear with these two attributes, everybody? Online students, am I clear up till here? All right. The next attribute we are going to discuss is align. The align attribute stands for alignment. The align attribute is used to specify or set the alignment of the table. It is used to set the alignment of the table. The entire table will be placed in the left side, which is the default alignment, in the center, or in the right. If you want to place the table, entire table in the center, your value of align will be center. But remember one thing here, the align attribute of table tag is used to set the table in the center. It will not affect the data inside the table. It will not affect the data inside the table, right? If you want to set the data inside the table, you have to use align attribute individually, either in TD tag or collectively inside the TR tag. Clear? So align attribute of table tag behaves in a different way than align attribute of TR, TD or TH. Am I clear? Next attribute I would like to discuss is cell spacing. Cell spacing attribute. Now, in order to explain cell spacing, I am going to draw a small diagram in front of you, a small figure. This is one cell having entry 3. This is another cell having entry 4. There are two different cells of the same table. The gap between these two cells, is known as cell spacing. right? So cell spacing is the attribute of table tag that specifies the gap between two different cells. Now, how to write a proper definition of cell spacing? Listen to what I am saying. Cell spacing is an attribute of table tag that is used to specify the space between two different cells in the table. What you people are writing. Now I am speaking what you people write. Cell spacing is used to give space in the cells. This is not a proper definition, right? A proper conceptual, proper clear definition is cell spacing is an attribute of table tag that specifies the space between two different cells, right? Now moving over to the next attribute, that is cell padding. Cell padding means the space between the content of the cell and the border of the cell, right? Now again I change the figure over here. This is one cell. This is the content of the cell. This is the content of the cell, right? Now, cell padding means the gap between the content and the cell border. Carefully see this arrow. This arrow is showing the gap between the content of cell and the border of the cell, or you say edge of the cell. The gap between the content of the cell and the edge of the cell or the border of the cell. So briefly, I again revise the definition of cell padding. Cell padding is an attribute of table tag that is used to provide the space between the content of the cell and the border of the cell, right? 2-3 years back, there was a question of difference. 1 mark question was there. Difference between cell padding and cell spacing. When you are having difference question of cell padding, cell spacing, I hope I gave this question in meritorious assignment also. The assignment of meritorious which was uploaded yesterday, I gave this question in that also. Whenever you are having this question, you write the definition as the difference point. Secondly, you draw this figure also. Draw a small diagram to represent your point. Like this is, you can say, the gap between A and the border refers to the cell padding. And for cell spacing, you draw two different cells. And this gap between two different cells is cell spacing. I hope the point is clear to you, offline students and online students. I hope I am clear to everybody. Next attribute is frame. Frame, parallel, I discuss rules attribute. Frame attribute is an attribute that deals with the setting of external border of the table, right? This is the border I have drawn, the border around the table. You can set this border in any of the way, and whatever setting you want to make for the external border, that you are going to make with the help of frame attribute of table. Rules attribute deals with the setting of internal border of the table. These internal lines. Right? Now, what are the possible values of frame attribute? The possible values of frame attribute are above, above means border on the top side, right? Below, border only at the bottom side, the below side. Then box. Box means complete, border on all the sides. Top, left, right, and bottom. Clear? Then border. Border and box, they both are same. The only one logical difference is border is the default value. Border is the default value of the frame attribute. Right? Then next is H sides. Features भी same है, plus the setting is also same. The border will appear on all the four sides. H sides, horizontal sides. The border will appear on the horizontal sides. V sides, border appearing only on the vertical sides. RHS, right hand side, the border only appearing in the right hand side. LHS, border appearing only on the left side. Void, no border. In this way, the table will be displayed. No border, neither on the top, right, bottom, or left. Am I clear with the frame attribute? Now, coming over to the rules. Rules attribute, as I told you, deals with the setting of internal border of the table. If I'm giving the value all means the border will appear on all the sides, the normal table. Rows. Rows means the border is appearing within the rows. Right? Calls. Calls means columns. The border appearing between the columns. The border appearing between the columns. Right? Then is none. No border internal. Right? None or groups, they are almost the same. Like a group, it is being appeared. It has become one group now. Clear? The next attributes are border and border color. Border means to provide the border around the table. The more you increase the value, the more thick the border will be. The more you increase the value of the border attribute, the more will be the thickness of the border. Many times in the instruction, this line is written, border is of size 4. And what mistakes you all are committing? Table, border, size equal to 4. Size is not a word to be written over here. This is just to convey you a message that the thickness of the border is 4, right? But while writing the attribute, you are just to write like this, border equal to 4. Don't write the size word over here. Clear? Now comes border color. Here what mistake you all are committing? Attribute doesn't encounter the space. There is no such attribute in HTML where you provide the space. What you are writing instead of this word, your attribute is like this. Why this space is coming over here? In yesterday's CSS assignment, entire 10th A committed one biggest mistake. Like suppose this is the property name. The property name is font family. In CSS, all the properties are mostly hyphenated words. In CSS, the property name is a hyphenated word. This is the appropriate property name. What 10th A has written? Font, then space, then hyphen, then space, then family. And space is increasing to the wish as per their wish. Altogether, it will be incorrect and it will be resulting in deduction of marks. If I have checked 36 assignments, in 36 assignments, I think this mistake I have seen. Whether child is position holder or whether child is average, this problem was common in assignment. So be careful, students. When you are writing the property name, one thing is mention the hyphen in the property name and do not give so much of space. It will result in deduction of half mark per property. Suppose question is of 3 marks. You are to attempt external link coding, right? External CSS coding you are to make. And 3 times you have done this problem. 3 times this problem has been committed. So that means 1.5 mark gone. Irrespective, your coding is totally correct. There is no problem in the coding, but the way you have written the property name is not appropriate. So be very careful with these small points in pre-boards as well as your boards. Clear? So what is the role of border color attribute of table tag? Border color attribute is used to specify the color of the border to be displayed around the table. The color of the border. Like suppose this is the border of size 4 and the color is yellow. So this border will be appearing in the yellow color. Clear? Now, there are 4 attributes which are common in image and table tag. four attributes which are common in image and table tag. Let us discuss height, width, border, then is align. Border color is not an attribute of image tag. Border color attribute is only and only exclusively available in table tag. Am I clear? It is exclusively available in table tag. But these are the four attributes which are common in image and table tag. Now I change the question. Attributes which are common in body tag and table tag. BG color and background. These two are the attributes which are common in body and table tag. Clear? Am I clear with it? The next two attributes are height and width. Height and width attributes, they are used to specify the length and the breadth of the table. How much it is lengthy, how much height it is having, and how much width, how much breadth it is having, how much area of the web page it will cover. The more you increase the value, the more area it will cover. So in nutshell, I'm revising all the attributes of table tag once again. BG color, background, align, cell spacing, cell padding, frame, rules, border, border color, height and width. Clear? Now, what is the difference in TR and TD tag? Let's write here TR. Here I write TD and here I write TH. TR tag stands for table row. It is used to create rows in the table. TD stands for table data. It is used to create data cells in the table, or it is used to insert data in the cell of the table. TH, table header. It is used to create the header rows in the table. Now attributes of TR. BG color. Now this BG color of TR at TR tag will specify the color of the entire row. One particular row. Right? Background. Align. V-align. And height. These are the 5 attributes of TR tag. TD. BG color. Here BG color specifies the color of one particular cell. Suppose you have 3 cells. You have 3 cells. These 2 cells are red in color. But for this you want green color. One individual cell you want in green color, 2 cells you want in red color. Right? So for this particular cell, you can set BG color green So this individual single cell will be coming in green color. So BG color attribute of TD tag is used to specify the color of one individual cell. Background, image in the background of a cell, right? Width. Row has height, cell has width. Row has height, cell has width. Then row span. Number of cells spanning across a row, or number of cells spanning across row wise is row span, right? Like suppose I have one row over here and one row this. This particular cell is to span across row wise, but span across two rows. So what I'll be giving value of row span equal to 2. That means these two cells will get combined and they will become one particular cell. Am I clear? On the contrary, call span, spanning of cells across columns. Like I want to combine this cell and this cell. This cell of second column, this cell of the third column. So these two get combined and they become one cell. So for this, I'll be writing call span equal to 2. Clear? Then we align and align. Now here I tell you one point. This was in meritorious assignment. Treat it as one cell. Treat it as one cell. And the data is at the bottom, but in the center. One, there are two aspects. One, the data is at the bottom. Second, it is in the center. The normal placement of data is left. I am giving no alignment. So by default, it will be picking up the left alignment. But I have two conditions over here. One, it should be at the bottom. Second, in the center. So what I'll be doing, for this cell, TD, take for example, this is row span 2. Row span 2. We align bottom. So it comes at the bottom, but up till this command, it will come at the bottom, but at this side. You got my point? Up till this command, which I have written on the blackboard, the red data will be appearing over here, no doubt at the bottom, but on the left side at the bottom. To bring in the center, you have to take align equal to center. We align and align both. Now the entry of this cell will be coming over here. So while writing the coding of table structure of HTML in the paper, make sure carefully observe the alignment which has been given to you people. Don't just start the coding abruptly or in a very irresponsible manner that just casually you're writing the coding. Do check the alignment of entire row, each individual cell. Like suppose this is one row, right? For one cell left, second cell center, for third cell right. Now for this particular case, you have to take align attribute inside each TD tag. But you can ignore the align attribute where the alignment is left. The cell which is having the alignment left, you can ignore the align attribute because by default alignment is left. So covering up this and this. Clear? Sometimes you get this type of question also. Entire row is call span, but the data is residing over here. The data is residing over in the right side. So for this, what you will do, TD call span. Let us example 3 cells, align equal to right. Don't look for the marks. That question is of 2 or 3, but that is not your headache. You cover all the aspects, all the concepts properly. Right? No point should be lacking from your side. But don't exaggerate the point also. Be stick to what has been asked. But what has been asked, cover that complete. Clear? Now comes last topic of table tag, that is your TH. Table header. When you want to create the header row, I'm creating this header row, serial number, name, and section. Right? Header row has 2 main points. One, the data is bold. Second, the data is automatically centrally aligned. These are the 2 main features of a header row. So whenever you are heading the header row, take TR. Now you will not take TD tag, you will take TH tag. No need to take align attribute. In that particular case, where your header row is already having the data in the center. But if your header row is having data in the right, then for sure you will be taking align attribute. TH serial number, TH name, TH section, and close your TR tag. Close your TR tag. Clear? Next point for header row. You are having header row like this. No doubt in the center, but call span feature. one point more I would like to tell you. Call span and row span are only and only attributes in TD and TH. They are not available in TR tag. Now here the entire row is having call span feature. So what you are going to do, you will do like this. This is totally incorrect. Call span is not an attribute of TR tag. Now I have one point over here. One, TH is call span by 3 cells. Second, the background color of my header row is yellow. So what you do, TR BG color equal to yellow. Clear? TH call span equal to 3 result, and close TH over here. Clear? I have not taken align attribute over here because the data is already in the center and header row is by default in the center. Header row is by default in the center. Clear? Got my point? Now if I take this in the right side, here you will take align attribute in the TR and specify the value right. Clear? Totally clear? Last and the final point. This is a small table I am drawing over here. Serial number, name, and section. Now I am not having header row, I am having header column. This is bold. Now I am having header column, right? Now in this particular row, only the first cell will be in TH. Rest of the cell will be in TD. The cell which is having the header column, only that will be in TH, rest will be in TD. Am I clear with all the points? I think that also is the